You're listening to the sounds of the WATE, the world according to Eli.
You are now tuned in to the #1 podcast in the world, The WATE, the world according to Eli. Music, sports, video games, and culture. So ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for the host of our show, Mr. Eli.
Yo, what's up? Welcome to The WATE. I'm your host, Eli. On the left of me is my co-host, my dad.
What up, podcast world?
This is episode 3, season 3.
Yes.
Episode 3, season 3. Yes, I had that right.
Yes.
And, we ready to rock and roll.
Ready to rock and roll. Another amazing week in sports and entertainment and culture.
Yeah.
Let's get right to it. Let's get to our games of the week.
All right, week 3 of the regular season of the NFL. Let's jump into the Cowboys and Giants.
Cowboys and Giants, man. Listen, man. I think the Giants are in trouble.
Yeah. The Cowboys defense sacked Eli 6 times.
6 sacks on Eli.
And the offensive line did not give him enough time to get the ball to Odell Beckham.
To execute.
But Barkley had a good second game. He had a couple moves.
He had a couple of moves. And listen, for a running back, it's going to take about 6 or 7 games, in my humble opinion.
Yeah, definitely.
Before he hits a point where he's really doing it.
Definitely. And he, to me, is a fast running back and a power running back.
Now, this begs to differ. Let me ask you a question. Do you think the Giants should have took Sam Darnold?
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Because
absolutely. The safer bet.
But if he don't have no offensive line, it really don't matter.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Even though he's probably more mobile.
Right.
Because he's a younger quarterback. He's, quicker on the trigger.
But then again, it is also on the offensive line to give you time to throw the ball.
Yeah, see, football is that ultimate team sport.
Right.
So if you're not focused in on the deal, everybody's got to play their part for football.
That's true.
It's not like basketball where you just give me the ball and
I can just take over.
Right.
I can take over. I don't have a problem with the Giants' defense.
No,
overall.
pretty solid.
They have a pretty solid defense. They've always had a solid defense.
Pretty solid defense.
But they're 0-2. It's still early.
Yes.
And I think Dak, and I believe you was watching the majority of the game. How did you feel like Elliott played? Because I saw pieces of it, but I feel like they didn't run.
I think Elliott and Dak, to me, Dak needs a down-the-field weapon.
Right.
So, to me, he's missing Dez Bryant. I hate to say it.
Right.
Even if he's just a decoy threat, just kind of open things up. So, I don't think the Cowboys played much better than the Giants, but just enough to win.
Just last week, right?
Right.
When they were playing the Panthers.
Absolutely.
Right.
When you consider last week they got smoked by the Panthers.
Yeah.
So, but that division is wide open, because a couple other teams lost that we'll talk about.
Right, because the Eagles lost and the Redskins lost too. So it's like, let's talk about the Jaguars and the Patriots.
Oh, that was a good game.
Yeah, that was a really good game.
They circled this game on the calendar, the Jaguars.
You said that last week.
Yep, and so give me your intake on
that. Both our offense and defense is shaky right now. We don't have a vertical wide receiver, but we just picked one up on Tuesday, Josh Gordon.
Josh Gordon, absolutely.
We signed him for the season. And our defense is still on that bend but don't break type of thing, where it's just like they can get, because the quarterback is going to at least throw up 250 yards each game on us.
Right, yeah.
It's just that if Tom can keep it close,
then you guys
with
can win.
Gronk and possibly Josh Gordon.
And see, Josh Gordon, if healthy and if
right, and if
focused,
you say focused, right,
then that's like having Randy Moss again.
Right, because you can't double Gronk now.
Right, absolutely.
And leave him wide open. Then you can't double him and leave him, and Edelman will be back in 2 weeks.
Okay. So Edelman will also add to that.
So that's a 3-threat component.
Absolutely.
Because now it's like, now when I watch the Patriots, I already know whoever quarterback we're facing is going to throw 250, 300 yards.
300 yards.
But we at least need to keep it close.
Right.
And get Tom Brady the ball in a clutch moment for him to...
And I make fun about how good the Patriots are. They're very good. And they make adjustments by game 4 and 5.
Right.
So if you're going to get them, you get them early.
Right.
Which the Jaguars did. This meant more for the Jaguars than it did for the Patriots.
Right.
No big deal for the Patriots.
Yeah. We're going to move on.
You're going to move on to the next game. But you do need this Josh Gordon guy
Right.
to really spread the field.
Because I saw two big components. One, our offensive line was not giving Tom Brady some time.
Okay, yeah.
Two, the Jacksonville defense was watching Philadelphia film on that Super Bowl.
Yes.
And stripped Tom a couple of times.
Absolutely.
And three, our they'll come back to me. Right.
Okay, so but what that does is it talks about they see something on your offensive line
Right.
that needs to be adjusted.
Definitely.
Okay, and y'all don't have Patricia anymore on the defensive end of the ball.
Right, and it's like Bill is playing the quarterback and the head coach and the defensive coordinator. Right.
Well, which he is a defensive coordinator by trade.
Right. I trust Josh McDaniels though.
Yeah. Oh yeah. On the offense.
Oh, on the offense.
Yeah.
He's been with us for years, so But we'll move on to the Detroit Lions actually, because we'll be facing them this week.
Okay, that'll be a dub. That'll be a dub.
Chiefs versus the.
Oh, y'all face Detroit next week?
Yeah.
Oh, so you're going against your old boy?
Yeah.
Okay, that'll be a nice litmus test.
Yeah. The Chiefs facing off against the Steelers.
Whoa.
Last week.
This Patrick Mahomes guy.
Patrick Mahomes is like looking like a monster. I apologize for what I said about him 2 weeks ago. I didn't really bash him, but I didn't believe in him either.
Oh,
so it was
man.
Like
it's still rather early.
Yeah.
However, this kid looks...
Him with Hills is a problem.
Yeah, he looks really, really good. And like I told you, they was really high on him last year, but they gave Alex Smith one more year to try to get the job done.
Just had a veteran's respect, right?
Yeah, but let me tell you, this guy, he looked like he gonna be here for a while.
They have the Pittsburgh Steelers offense.
Yes.
They have Hunt in the backfield.
Yes. Tyreek Hill
on the side, and then Mahomes who can bomb it.
And remember, their defense is always solid.
Right.
So I have them winning that division, if memory serves me correct.
Yeah, I'm still rock with the Chargers. The Chargers beat the Buffalo Bills.
Okay. Anybody can beat the Buffalo Bills right now, but a win is a win.
Right.
You take it as you can get it.
But
and Pittsburgh looks like they're having some internal issues now.
Yeah, Antonio Brown did not show up to a training camp.
A meeting.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
On Monday. And he's frustrated.
You think Tom Coughlin is losing? I mean, not Tom Coughlin, Tomlin. Mike Tomlin is losing the
momentum.
Yeah, he's losing his locker room.
Yeah, because I'm hearing Jameis Harrison said it on one of the talk shows. He was saying that he respects Bill more because Bill gives you discipline. He don't like
talking about Bill Belichick.
Bill Belichick, yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
He feels like it's a little too loose out there in Pittsburgh.
And sometimes loose ain't good.
Right.
Loose may be good for a super veteran team that understands what it takes to win. Like you could be loose with a basketball.
Like when he had the team back in 2010 and 2007 when they went to the Super Bowl.
Yes.
Those guys were veterans, so you didn't have to really tell them what to do.
Absolutely.
They knew what to do, and the defense was outstanding those first years that he was
right, but these new guys, that's not going to cut it.
Dude.
That's not going to get it
and
done.
I think Antonio's upset because they haven't paid Bell. Mm-hmm. This is going to be the third week that Bell is not going to be on the field.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, dude. And then Ben is like getting hit.
He threw for a lot of yards. Though.
Yeah, he did.
200 or 400 yards or something.
And then Mahomes threw for 6 touchdowns.
And he only made 5 incomplete passes. I've never heard of that. A quarterback throws more touchdowns than incomplete passes.
Right.
So, but it's early. It's only the second week. And we'll see how Patrick Mahomes pans out. But Pittsburgh is
going to be in trouble because they also have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and they've been fighting.
Yeah, Fitzpatrick has been. We'll get to that game next.
Right next, because we have the Bucs versus the Eagles.
And were you surprised that the Eagles lost? They are the Super Bowl champs.
Yeah, they are the Super Bowl champs, but it was only touchdown loss?
Loss is a loss.
To 21.
Loss is a loss.
I don't really know. I feel like I thought it was going to be a little bit tighter, which it was.
Mm-hmm.
But for you to give Fitzpatrick 402 yards, 4 TDs, then your defense wasn't doing the right thing.
Right, but he threw for over 400 the first week. Fitzpatrick is fighting for a job. Question: when after 4 weeks, let's say they're 4-0,
right? Because they have 1 more week. So after this week.
Oh, he was only out for 3 games.
3 games.
Okay, if they're 3-0, Do you go
I
back
keep him
to
in. I keep him in. I'm not
Jameis Winston?
I'm not going back to Jameis Winston.
Because Jameis didn't lose his job because of an injury. That's
right,
different.
that's true.
He lost his job because of disciplinary.
Now, I also feel like the players in the locker room have more respect for Patrick than Jameis Winston.
Absolutely.
Just off rip.
And
I
off
can just
rip.
see the chemistry, camaraderie coming together way more better than Jameis Winston. And the off-the-field antics have to stop. I mean...
Absolutely. Preach, young man. Preach.
But because they gave him a big contract, a rookie contract, they're not going to cut him. But
no, they're not going to cut him.
Just,
but I think
you got to send him a bit. I don't care how bad Fitzpatrick even was in these first 2 games. I'm still going with him.
Okay.
Just off of chemistry. And the Eagles... I'm not really worried about them because their division is like one of the easiest ones. It's still tight.
It's tight, but yeah.
But it's still I don't
9 wins can get that done.
right, and I'm not gonna put the Cowboys over them or the Giants.
Right, 9 wins can get that done, and once you enter the playoffs, and Wentz is making his debut.
Right, he's gonna make his debut this week.
So that should help.
We'll see what happens.
Them.
You are listening to the sounds of the WATE, the world according to Eli.
Welcome back to the WATE.
Let's get into some news.
Yeah, we're gonna
NFL
talk
news.
about NFL news. So the Rams go 2-0 for the first time since 2001.
I think that's big.
Yeah, that is.
Because they made the playoffs last year, right?
They did.
But I think this go around they look more focused.
Yeah, they look more.
And they look like they're going to really do some impact and some damage out there.
Their defense is outstanding.
Oh, their defense is out.
The pieces that they have gotten this offseason was...
And didn't they also sign Austin? Who did they sign?
They signed Sammy Watkins.
Oh, right. So now their vertical game is
Right.
a little bit more.
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, he's not one of the top to me.
No, but
like,
he's the
his
next
speed,
lower down.
right.
He's
Like the B team. Like,
yeah, he's
right.
the B level.
Yeah.
And working toward an A level. So we don't want to knock his game.
Right.
Again, we already mentioned Patrick Mahomes has thrown 10 touchdowns in 2 games. First player in history to do that.
Yeah.
And the youngest.
And the youngest.
You know what I'm saying, to also, to do this in 2 games. So what we're seeing from him is the ability to take advantage of situations.
Yeah, I mean, and I think honestly too, I think this is gonna be the kind of Jimmy Garoppolo effect.
Early on.
Until
they get some tape on him.
Right.
Right. See, once you get that film on him.
Right, because Jimmy went like 5 games undefeated.
Right.
Because it was the last 5 games of the season. We had just traded a couple of draft picks. For
Right,
him,
absolutely.
And nobody had tape on him.
Right.
So I think I'm going to give him another 5 to 4 games.
Uh-huh.
And he'll probably ball out and, they'll probably go 4-6-0.
Mm-hmm.
And eventually that rookie wall is going to hit and those tape, throwing more pay. I'm not saying he's not going to, not succeed. I'm just,
Yeah, absolutely. So,
he'll come back down to the ground eventually.
And we already spoke, but we'll speak more in detail. The Patriots pick up Josh Gordon.
Yeah. That was a shocker. I don't know if
I thought they would go with Dez Bryant first, but the better receiver is Josh Gordon, hands down.
Right, because of the speed.
Because of his speed, but he had drug problems for years that has kept him out of the league.
Right.
And then he was doing a promo on a Saturday or something, or Friday, and pulled his hamstring or something. So that's... and I don't blame Cleveland. What Cleveland is trying to do, they're trying to change the culture.
Yeah, definitely, like Landry said.
Right, so what they would normally allow to happen, they're saying we're not allowing that anymore.
Yeah, and I was just surprised on how long it took because they did kind of keep him on the team for like 4 years while he was
But
going
remember,
through.
it's new management now.
True.
So new management is saying that's the old regime.
Right.
We're not having that.
Right. And they're really good this year, the Browns.
Yeah, I think they tied for 1 game and they fell short.
And they fell short off of 2 missed field goals.
Absolutely. So those things are correctable. Those things will also get your field goal kicker fired.
Right.
Early on in the season because...
And, I always joke to you that like I can be a kicker.
Absolutely.
It's one of the easiest jobs.
Until you're under pressure.
True.
Right?
True.
It's easy when the score is, the first quarter.
You had just scored a touchdown. All you got to do is kick an extra
point. But when the game is on the line and your focus needs to be there, and a team who hasn't won that much, them field goals count, man.
Right.
So, but they can go to their back to the drawing board and be like,
Absolutely.
yo, we played well enough to win. So they are going to, I penciled them in for 5 wins this year.
Yeah.
I think they'll get the 5 wins this year.
Absolutely.
And then they'll build upon that.
What did you think about this trade? Because know what we gave up for him, but I'm guessing...
fifth round pick. I think it was two fifth round picks.
I'm cool with that.
And I think it's worth the gamble in that sense.
I'm cool with that because, I'm giving them one last stretch. I feel like last year would have been the end to go off in sunset, but because we lost to the Eagles...
Yeah. And now he is under a new regime. You know what I'm saying? Where, they do things
more
different.
Structure. Right.
So Vontae Davis from the Buffalo Bills retires at halftime of the game.
Yeah.
What did you think about that?
I had never seen nothing like that before.
That's crazy, right?
Not in college football, not high
after
school.
the season.
Right, not after,
even after the
game. That's what I was saying. I was like, you could have done that like on a Monday morning, Tuesday, came out with a beautiful post, like,
a letter.
Right.
And what's that? The undisputed, uninterrupted.
Uninterrupted, like,
Tribune, what all the athletes speak at.
I know
and gave a nice letter, thanked everybody. Right. It's like he was trying to spike the team.
Yeah, a little bit.
But you let your teammates down when you do that. At
halftime? And then the linebacker, his name doesn't come to me at the moment, but he was saying, you didn't even let us know, you just dipped.
Yeah, you just dipped. That's bad. That's bad.
I had never seen it. I'm reading it like on my phone, and I'm
like, is this true?
Like, he left at halftime.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's like me getting my championship ring with, like, let's say the Miami Heat. We were up by 7, and I just run into the halftime and be like, all right, I'm out. Yeah,
that's crazy.
But whatever.
I mean, maybe that lends to what's going on in Buffalo, but still, you don't do that. You be a professional at all times.
Okay, anyway. The Raiders are 0-2 since the John
Gruden
era, right.
Not a lot to panic. They should have won last week.
Yeah, they should have.
A bad call.
It was just a good kick.
Yeah, bad call here and there. Could have went there.
And look at the opponents they faced. They faced the Rams the first week.
And the Broncos.
And the Broncos.
So those are not easy gimmies. So maybe they'll get some gimmies on their schedule. We'll see who they play next week.
And I like Derek Carr, but I don't know if he, since the ACL tear,
hasn't been the same. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, granted, it's been 2 years because he came back last year.
Right.
When you always have the ACL tear, you should come back the following year.
Absolutely.
But,
Or you come back the first year and your expectations are low.
Right.
And then the next year.
Or even half the season. I come back week 8.
Facts.
But I don't know if he'll get his momentum back, but we'll see.
You're listening to the sounds of the WATE, the world according to Eli.
NBA
news.
So, this will be the one last dance for Miami Heat veteran Dwayne Wade.
Let's clap that up. He deserves a tour.
Definitely, and I'm so happy he's in Miami.
Yes.
Because all these other teams like Chicago and
Cleveland, he didn't look right.
He didn't look good. It was just why?
Why? Yeah.
But we did blame Pat for not giving him his rightful money.
Yeah, I thought Pat, that's one thing on Pat's resume that Pat will probably say, I wish I had a chance to do over.
Right.
I should have paid that man what he wanted to keep him in Miami.
I understand the situation because at the time, Durant was a free agent.
Right, and he was demanding a lot of money, but look how many times he took less to make the team better, to bring LeBron and Bosh and all of these other players
and
in.
He won't be the highest Miami, the highest Miami Heat player on the salary. Just like how Jordan played all those years for Chicago, but he wasn't the highest paid, so it's sort of like this.
But Jordan was making so much money off the court.
Right.
And then in Jordan's last year, last 2 years, I think he got $30 million a year. So they back-ended it for Jordan, and I thought, D-Wade brought them their first championship.
Definitely.
Which is the one that really...
other two, he formed the super team.
He formed the super team, and that made Miami an elite organization because anybody can win one, but when you win 3...
Right.
That makes you a pretty decent organization. But they're going to make good on it now because he's going to get the tour that Kobe didn't get.
Right.
Kobe got like a half a tour.
Right, because he wasn't able to go back to Madison Square Garden.
Right, he didn't announce it at the beginning of the season.
Right.
And, they'll give D-Wade the send-off that D-Wade deserves.
Yeah, and this was to be exciting because out of the 4 horsemen, he was the oldest one.
Yes.
Because he didn't come back into the NBA until he was 21.
And he played 3 years of college instead of coming out of high school.
Right.
Or 1 year of college as Melo did.
Right. So, it'd be awesome.
So the WNBA.
Yeah, WNBA.
The Seattle Storm beat the Washington Mystics 3-0.
Yeah.
Let's
they
clap that up.
Business.
Sue Bird and them got that done. This is their third title as a franchise, so they have moved into what I like to call elite status, especially WNBA. We didn't get a chance to watch too much of the WNBA this season. I think because maybe our season started later than normal.
Yeah, and also
our
because
podcast.
And also because the NFL was kind of kicking off.
Yeah,
and it was throwing me off because I thought it really started in October.
Right,
but
absolutely.
It started a month earlier than I was expecting. But
so. But we will
be more alert on that.
We will be on that from this point on because there's some very good action going on.
Jimmy Butler requested a trade today or yesterday.
Yeah. What do you think about that?
They had a meeting yesterday.
He had a meeting with
Thibodeau and the Minnesota Timberwolves.
And he demanded a trade. What are the three teams he demanded it to?
The New York Knicks.
Woo!
The Brooklyn Nets.
Woo!
And the LA Clippers.
Woo! Okay, those are three good teams.
Now you had asked me off camera, why didn't he put the LA Lakers on? I said mainly it's because him and Kyrie Irving have a really good friendship. And they've always wanted to join on the same team.
And play together.
And
you know that can't happen in LA with LeBron there.
Right, because Kyrie will not go to LA Lakers.
Right.
And then join Jimmy Butler, even though that's his boy.
But Kyrie would go to the Clippers.
Or the Knicks.
Because wherever his boy land first, he might go, okay, so you're in the, because LA is a great city.
You
know what I mean?
Absolutely. And everybody out there anyway.
Right, and then remember, Jerry West is with the Clippers now.
He's a big dog. You can't turn him down.
You can't turn him down, so they may be trying to do a LA rivalry thing with the Lakers. I think this spells good news for the Knicks, though.
Yeah, absolutely. Because you get Jimmy Butler, they have two max caps. They'll trade whoever the heck they want to.
Yeah, absolutely.
In order to get these two superstars.
Yeah, and I'll even trade the rookie Kevin Knox right now.
Yeah.
For Jimmy Butler? Come on, bro. Bro.
But I like him.
I like
him with the combo. See, this trade might mess it up because I was picturing Irvin, Jimmy, Knox, and like at least Porzingis if they didn't trade him.
But they have spots for two max players if the Knicks will just wait out Jimmy Butler.
Right.
So they probably can sign him outright.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, wait that out.
But the opportunity to have Jimmy Butler in New York right now.
Maybe Tim Hardaway. I'll give them Tim Hardaway.
Do Minnesota need a shooting guard? Who they have?
Andrew Wiggins.
He's like a 3.
So they don't have a shooting guard.
Yeah, but his contract is crazy. Hardaway. Knicks paid him a lot. But I would put him in that deal. Him, and maybe the other rookie Robinson.
Right. Him and maybe the other point guard. The French point guard.
Oh, yeah. Throw them in there.
But I can't give up Knox. I just got him.
Trust me. I like Knox. I want to see Knox play. If Jimmy Butler and Kyrie Irving are in New York, we're going to have to get season tickets. That's all I'm going to say with that.
Definitely. The Spurs hire
Brent Barry as the front office man. I think that's a good look. Clap that up.
That.
Brent Barry's a Hall of Famer's father was Rick Barry.
Right.
Shoot the underhand.
Oh, yeah. I love
his other brother, I forget his name, is Brent. I forget the other Barry. They all played in the NBA, so they're lifers.
Right.
Brent Barry won the dunk contest one year.
Yeah.
He dunked from the free throw line.
We think that he did win the championship with San Antonio.
Oh, he did. He absolutely won the chip with San Antonio. And so he gets Elton Brand, another NBA player, just got hired as the general manager for the 76ers.
76ers.
But he played with the Clippers all those years.
Gotcha.
And let's clap that up. Another man gets a job, another NBA lifer. Since Coangelo had to be removed from all the scandal. Scandal took place. Definitely so, Philadelphia is in position to do that.
Yeah, and we're excited about that.
We're absolutely excited.
But I was thinking about the San Antonio overall, and I was just thinking like it's gonna be a really interesting year because this is gonna be the first time since 1999 that they don't have Duncan, Ginobili, and Tony.
Because Ginobili retired.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
And Parker left.
Parker he's in Charlotte.
In Charlotte, and Duncan retired the year
and then
before.
Kawhi's gone.
And Kawhi is gone. So yeah, this is a brand new start for them.
And Popovich had a lot going on at the end of the season. With his wife.
Right.
He had to leave early.
Yes,
so it's going to be very interesting. So I was just thinking, like,
and the West is tough.
Right.
West is tough, but they did almost win 47 games.
Yeah, almost
without Kawhi Leonard.
That's like the third time.
So then you bring a DeMar Rosen, whose mid-range game is the best.
Right, and all you got to do is work on his three. So we'll see.
And work on his defense.
Right. So Westbrook is getting his knee scoped.
Yes.
Knee surgery.
How serious you think that is? You think that's real serious? Or?
We're about to start the training camp or preseason camp and like
training camp and then preseason games.
Yeah, he'll be fine. He'll get reevaluated in 2 more weeks and probably. So he might have to start the.
But why he didn't do that at the beginning of the offseason?
I don't know.
Why don't players do that?
It's the same thing with Devin Booker. He just
with
got
his hand, right?
His hands. I don't know. I think, like I said before, I think that they try to get a second opinion, try to see if it's not that bad.
And then they wait until the last minute.
Right.
Okay.
So we'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens there.
You're listening to the sounds of the WATE, the world according to Eli.
All right, let's get into some culture.
Yeah, what do we got going on in the streets?
So let's see. Last Wednesday,
I
believe it was. Drake brought out Meek Mill in Boston. I thought it was Philadelphia, but it was in Boston.
Now, I heard eventually he did bring him out again.
Again in Philadelphia, but the first time it was in Boston, and they squashed their beef.
Let's clap that up. Squashing beef. We're always promoting when people have to.
Yeah, definitely.
Then we have to show us equal amount of,
And Malcolm saw this coming about 2 months after they had started the beef.
He definitely called it. He definitely
Drake
called
is not the aggressor guy.
Right. He's the kind of guy who would squash that because they didn't really have no major beef, like street beef to me.
Right. So that was dope.
That was dope. The crowd went crazy.
Yeah, definitely.
It shows maturity on both of their parts.
Yeah.
I think Meek spending time in prison has gave him a new outlook.
Yeah, perspective on things. Yeah.
I think Drake getting punched in the nose by Pusha T.
Oh yeah,
kind of gave him, and of course Drake is a father now.
Right.
So all of these things make a young man grow up.
Yeah.
These things make a young man grow up. Definitely. So I want to big up Drake, and but we got more Drake news.
Yeah, he breaks the most #1 Billboard charts in the year.
In 1 year, most #1s on the Billboard in 1 year. Let's clap that up for Drake. Man.
To be honest with you, I am happy, but like, it's like how many Billboard records are there?
However many they are, he keep breaking them. And Billboard been around forever. Billboard been around.
Yeah, I mean, I know that, but I've never seen.
But we're in a new era now. See, the streaming era has created a whole new dynamic in which how we count music and equate sales.
That's true.
So, but he is the most popular artist. You can say what you want to say. He ain't missed, man. These songs he put out, people like him. Definitely. As a hip hop purist, you may get critical on this and that, but in terms of
on his ghostwriting allegations,
but in terms of just music, you really can't, deny that his music is good.
Definitely, and he's also got a lawsuit. He's suing a female. It came today on TMZ, but I'll get more information on that. Basically, she's claiming to be pregnant. He's not trying to play that again. And he's suing her for a couple $1,000.
Right.
On an altercation that happened on his tour bus and, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
So, but we'll talk about that next week more tonight. Let's see.
Let's talk about
Eminem.
And he also passes, Eminem.
Oh, yeah, he also passes.
He passed Usher for the most time spent at #1. So we can clap that up, too.
Was that with the Lil Rashawn song?
Yeah, probably. That spent a lot of time at #1. That was
was a good song.
Hot song.
That was a good song.
Eminem hits them with a kill shot.
Yeah, Eminem responded to Machine Gun Kelly
Friday with the kill shot.
Which was called Kill Shot. I thought... I'm still going to give Machine Gun Kelly the edge. Because I feel like he more went layer through layer on Eminem, but it was a little bit more closer
than initially than I thought. Yeah, I thought they both were good songs. I don't think it solves anything. It doesn't take any money out of Eminem's pocket,
Right,
and it doesn't elevate MJK to a whole nother level. So nothing came out of that to me. Yeah. Maybe Joe Budden and Eminem, something else may come out of that because I just heard the dude from D12, I forget his name, just put out a diss track on
Button.
Yeah, Button.
And Button's whole thing was over the Slaughterhouse album.
No, absolutely. And
I understand
lack of support.
Right, and I understand that, but to end, this is from M's perspective because I was listening to the interview with Sway.
Mm-hmm.
He was saying, dude, we didn't earn that much money off of it for me to take all the money and you not get nothing.
Right, gotcha.
It wasn't like we sold like 400,000 sales.
Right, absolutely.
And I took 300 and I was supposed to give you at least like each of us 1,000. It's not like, dude, we didn't get no much money. I was trying to push that as hard as I can.
Absolutely. So we'll see where that goes.
Right.
I'm leading 24-18 after the first 2 weeks. You took a beating 2 weeks in a row.
24, right?
Yeah. 24-18.
Yeah.
But we're gonna get into this week's and then we can close this out, T.
All right.
So
Bang this out.
yeah, let's bang this out. We got tomorrow's game, Jets and Browns.
Jets and Browns
in Cleveland.
I'm giving it to the Browns.
Going with the Browns.
To me, I feel like they really should be 1-1, but
I'm gonna take the Jets in that one, on the road, getting that win. Saints and Falcons, division rivalry.
I'm
in
not,
Atlanta.
I'm not going against Drew Brees.
So you have Drew. I will take the Falcons.
Why?
Because I think they're a better team.
Okay.
Packers and Redskins. Redskins in Washington.
Right. That hit was terrible on Clay Matthews. That call
was terrible. That was that's
there was
the
no
worst
lift.
call.
There was no lift
Nothing.
in the air.
It was
for you to call that
terrible.
But,
Absolutely.
Well,
terrible.
I'm going against. I'm gonna pick the Packers.
You gonna pick the Packers?
Yeah.
I too will take the Packers in that one. The Colts versus the Eagles. Eagles back at home. You know you gotta take the Eagles in this one.
Yeah.
They're not gonna lose 2 games in a row. Bills, Vikings will both take the Vikings. I'm pretty sure. I don't even have to ask you.
I do like Josh Allen though.
You're not taking the Bills.
But
Raiders, Dolphins. Raiders need a win. Dolphins are playing really good.
I'm taking the Dolphins. I'm
gonna get the Raiders their first win.
I'm gonna gamble on Dolphins.
Broncos, Ravens in Baltimore. The Broncos, Ravens
need this win. I'm going with the Ravens.
You gonna go with the Ravens?
They need this win.
I'm gonna take the Broncos. Bengals, Panthers. Bengals playing okay, but they in Carolina.
Give me the Bengals.
You gonna take the Bengals? I'm gonna take the Panthers.
See, now that I'm down by 6, I just got to start gambling.
You don't have to gamble too early. It's only week 3.
I know.
Don't try to get it all back. Giants, Texans, up in Texas.
Texas.
I think I too will take the Texans. Titans, Jaguars, division rivalry. Titans, Jaguars, up in Jacksonville.
Give me Jacksonville.
Jacksonville, yeah, me too. I will take Jacksonville. 49ers, Chiefs.
Chiefs, no question.
49ers and Chiefs. I too will take the Chiefs up in Kansas City.
No question.
Chargers, Rams. This is going to be a really good game. 2 LA teams. Chargers.
Who you having that?
I'm going to take the Rams.
All right, give me the Chargers.
Okay, you'll take the Chargers in that one. Cowboys go up to Seattle. Seattle needs this win very bad. I don't think the Cowboys are that good. I'm going to take Seattle.
Yeah, give me Seattle.
Okay.
Bears, they get them a fight.
Bears, Cardinals.
Bears.
Me too, Bears. Patriots, Lions.
Patriots.
Yeah, I think I too will take the Patriots. And the Monday night game, Steelers and Buccaneers. Bucks. Both of us. Steelers and Bucks. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games head to head. So you need to win all 6 of those to tie it up. That won't happen.
Yeah.
But Eli, this is a great, great show once again.
Yep, you already know it.
Where can we be reached?
We can be reached on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, SoundCloud, iTunes. Subscribe to my YouTube channel.
Yes.
Snapchat, all at the WATE Podcast. Follow me on social media platforms. And I will see you next week. I am your host, Eli.
And I'm your co-host, Dad. Tune in next week for another interesting week of music, sports, video game, and culture here at the WATE. And we are out of here.
Peace out.
Peace out.
You are now tuned in to the #1 podcast in the world, The WATE, the world according to Eli. Music, sports, video games, and culture. So ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for the host of our show,